because I never, you know what I mean, address a lot of things. Like, anything that goes on in my life, I've been told, like, Tommie, just don't say nothing. Let it blow over. It'll blow over. It's going to be the next 5-10 posts is going to be something else. They're going to talk about something else. So, and ultimately, it's been about strangers. So basically, I was with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, all right, you know, I'm listening. I'm following instructions, basically, from people that has been in the industry longer, who knows more, who, you know, is professional. And this situation right now, I don't agree with the fact of addressing, you know, family matters or really ultimately any matters on social media. Because for one thing, I know that the people that you're talking to, they really don't care. They don't care. And at the end of the day, it's humorous for them. It's, you know what I'm saying? It's a laugh. It's a kiki for them. But at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. Like, they're going to go on about their life. They're going to go on about their business. So you never really see me addressing, you know, things that are personal on the internet. I feel like that's whack. But when it comes down to my family, and anybody that knows me, they know how I am and how hard I go for my family. Y'all know my struggle. Y'all know who I am. Y'all know, like, bits and pieces of, you know, how I come up. My take on anything of that nature is this. I could put it to you like this. The reason why I feel so strongly about that opinion for females to have a say-so about their body is because this is something that you are never going to be able to undo. You're never going to be able to undo having a child. And ultimately, I've come from a broken home. My brothers came from a broken home. A lot of my peers came from a broken home. And it caused us to make some weird decisions because ultimately our parents wasn't there. And we didn't have no role models. We didn't have nobody to look up to and things like that. So basically, you're not given a manuscript on how to parent. You're not given a manuscript on how to handle X, Y, and Z. There's no book out. When you in that labor and delivery room, there's no book out to show you when you leave here how to address X, Y, Z. You get what I'm saying? So me, I would rather my take on, I would rather a teen live their life. Because I was a teen and I had a baby young, and I didn't have nobody. I didn't have anybody to tell me this or this is what you should do or that's what. I didn't have none of that. So ultimately, my decision to my child that I think so highly of and that I love is that I don't want her to ever face the things that I face. I don't want her to ever go through that. I want you to be in your dorm room. I want you to complete high school. I want you to have wild parties. I want you to live out these years of your life, because you never get them back. You never get these years back. You're never going to get your 20s back. You're never going to be able to be a teenager again. Ever. So that is, when you see like text messages and stuff like that, that's ultimately what I'm thinking about. As a mom, I'm disappointed. I'm hurt. I went through a time where I was so depressed, like I wasn't eating. I wasn't posting. I have endorsements. And I'm not posting what I'm supposed to be posting because I'm in my head about somebody sleeping with my daughter. My daughter having sex. How did it get to that point? How did it get to that point, Tommie? it got to that point because I was arrested. I was arrested because I went and addressed my other daughter about being disrespectful. Yo, you can't disrespect me, and not only can you not disrespect me, you cannot disrespect any adult. So I went and addressed my daughter at school. Society is so you can't even discipline your children right now, or you're going to jail. So I'm faced with this, right? Boom. I go to my daughter's school to address her about being disrespectful, and it turned into a worldwide mess, as you know. Now, I'm in jail for 4 months. It took 4 months for my daughter to make a wrong decision. 4 months, right? 4 fucking months for my daughter to make a wrong decision that's going to ultimately be her whole life. One wrong decision could cost you your whole life. You get what I'm saying? It might be funny. I see a lot of people laughing. But the reason that I'm doing this is because I never talked to y'all about some serious or about real. Yes, I think it's the option. You want to know why? Because if you don't have the money that it takes to, like, out of your pocket, without insurance, without welfare, to pay your doctor for your OBGYN, you don't have that. You ultimately, that's rule number 1. You ultimately, like, you're headed for a world. It's gonna be crazy for you. You don't even have that. And as a teen, if you don't if you don't got the money to pay for a doctor, if you don't have the money to pay for a doctor, then we're not even gonna get into where you live at, where you stay at. We're not even gonna get into that. You don't even have the money to pay for the doctor who's gonna deliver your child. You don't have a career. You have not finished school. Like, these are all the things teens need to think about. Like, when you ultimately, oh yeah, he's whispering in my ear, we're having sex, he wants me to have his baby. If somebody asks you to have a baby, they already don't respect you. And they already don't value your life. If that's all you can see for me, if you're not whispering in my ear while you're that you want me to be the greatest in the world, and you want me to win, and you want me to be successful, you're already going down a wrong road. One thing I could say is I did this alone. You have never once seen me post any drama